What's up, everybody, and welcome back to FS25, and I am joined by David.
Hey, everyone!
Alright, Texas Chainsaw.
Right, so as of last time, I had just so I'm getting on with this contract.
Well, I'll let you do the contract. I need to find out what the hell I was doing, because I don't actually remember.
I think you just finished up, so if you want to have a look, I don't know if there's a contract you want to do, or...
I actually want to look for a trailer, to be honest. We're gonna have a quick flick through trailers. Oh, is it only the... Oh, right. So the trailers are actually separate.
Yeah, the different thing, because we've added a couple more mods, folks, and one of them is now the auto-load. I mean, if you want to, your other option could be, if you want to look what it is, if you go in the shop to the fifth one down, you can just look by...
mods and DLC.
The actual mod.
Yeah.
So then you can just see what's in, because you see he's only adding what looks like two little, fairly small trailers.
Well, one's a big bag trailer with 34,000 litre capacity. And do we tend to get big bags than pallets?
It's been 50. Thing is, I think I tend to buy big bags, but if you ever unload a harvester, it will always unload a seeder. It will always unload into pallets.
Yeah. I mean,
now the thing is, we'd be better off with something that can take pallets for moving.
The $6.5 grand each. I could buy them both, if you want. We can have a big bag, and we can have a pallet.
I'll just get the pallet one for now, because I think it's not difficult for us just to buy seed in pallets from now on.
Okay, fine. That's fine. No.
I've only got about 3 more lines to do on this contract, so it shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
What are you doing at? What's the problem?
I may have screwed myself over.
Why, what have you done?
Well, these trailers... I wonder if they've... Yeah, I think they've screwed up on their description. Because the pallet trailer... I don't know, because the pallet trailer says can load big bags with fertilizer, lime seed, pig feed, barley, wheat, road salt, and mineral feed. But then if you look at the big bag one, this one says a trailer for transporting wool and stuff. I think they've screwed up a slight bit there. Okay, well, we'll get this one instead then. So yeah, a little bit of a screw up there, guys. You might want to fix that to stop confusing people. Because that confused me. I nearly bought the wrong friggin' trailer there.
Yeah.
Wasn't until I read it properly.
Maybe it's delivered to check you actually bothers to read.
You what?
Maybe it's done deliberately just to check you actually bothers to read.
Maybe. But... still. So you're getting on with that contract?
I've literally got this and then one more line back and I'm done, so...
Okay.
I mean, if you're not particularly doing out, I'm ready for an unload, if we're ready for a rolling unload.
1 second.
You need the Massey and the Dolly trailer. I'm at 95%. If you're busy, I'll jump into the Massey and do it.
No,
no biggie.
I was just... There we go. I don't need just...
So I've got it. You want to grab your new trailer?
I do apologise for any sort of stuttering, guys. I have, you know, graphics card update and all that. So, it will do that to begin with, and then it will settle down, I promise. I'm friggin' hoping so.
It normally does.
He is hoping. So, what was it? There was something I was going... There's something I was going to say to you.
Oh god, you can't prove it was me, I have evidence.
I don't know what it was. I honestly don't know what it was.
Sinality's a bitch, innit? When I was just looking there, it looks like there's plenty of stuff for like the sawmill to move at some point, so that could be a good test of your new auto launcher and see if it'll do it.
Yeah, I guess that's a deadwood contract you've just done.
I've just died, it's got 50 odd hours, so we can skip the day. And I'll do it tomorrow.
I bet you're kind of glad you're not working.
I don't think today's been too bad.
Well, wasn't there a bad between 36 and...
What's that? I don't know.
I believe there was big...
Literally, we went out for a little bit in town and we went and got Shell's cow. So that's the only thing we've done today, so...
You just say you went and got it washed?
Yeah.
Why don't you wash it yourself?
When the local, you know, are willing to do it for like 7 quid, you think to yourself, is it worth your time?
Lucky fucking you, I can't take mine to a proper car wash.
Oh, this is one of those where it's a load of immigrants doing it, it's not a thingy one.
Thanks for it's just...
But they seem to generally do a cracking job and like
Way
say
to be
it's
polite.
stuff. Well, it's true. No, that's not an insulting way of mentioning it. That's not an insult.
You mean basically it's a lot of the people that work for peanuts and get treated like shit.
But
because half of them...
like, what do you mean? What can't you take yours through like a Morrison's or something like that then?
No.
Where there's some coating on it that means you can't?
No, it's not the coating. It's the fact that even if I turn off my lane, even if I turn off every safety system I have in that car, it hates it.
Well, right.
Well, it has all like the lane detector and all that crap, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Shell does a lot of that.
Yeah. If you take it through, yeah, my dad took his through and it freaked the car out.
Alright.
So, right, where's the sawmill again? Where is the sawmill?
From where you are, the sawmill is turned by where our little industrial estate is, field 40. Up that road, you first left and it's a dirt road. You can see where the forklift tonight is, up by plot of land number 59, I think.
Right, okay, by 59. So, it's just... I mean, I could go to Tesco and done. Sometimes I don't mind doing it myself.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do, it depends what. We've been out anyway for 1 or 2 bits and pieces, like on the way back. Trouble is, well, with hers being black, if you don't do it very regularly, it looks bloody off.
And so does my sister's car, but he ain't has. My sister has a black car. The problem is where we are, is
Yeah,
you
it's a lot
can...
more difficult to driveway around.
Oh, yeah. But you can wash it, and then if the, you know, you've got a bad day with the wind or out like that.
What's that, eating too many beans?
You know, if it gets windy or anything like that, your car just gets fucking covered in shit again.
Well, we're kind of like, don't we, we're fairly close to the coast here now, so I think we get quite a bit of...
Yeah, but looking where you are, I'd you're a little bit more sheltered.
Oh yeah, oh nice.
I was supposed to turn here, wasn't I?
Yes you were.
Problem is, when you've got the fucking control group shite up, the map's a bit of a pain in the ass.
Right, so if I make sure I deliver the smaller amount first, we should be...
I need to...
Oh, well, the gate's open. Oh, please let that get open.
You what?
Oh, but there's a gate on the back of the grain mill that lined up nicely with where I'm working, but it won't friggin' open. It's not a real gate.
No.
That's annoying.
You try overtaking me, you freaking dick of a car. So where's all this, where's this sauna stuff going?
Usually we'll take up the temple first. If the temple won't take it, then we'll look at...
Okay. Problem is, it's gonna look, might load the wood chips as well.
Can you not tell it which particular?
Nope.
Well, that's a little bit annoying. So
it's only just picked up the wood chip.
Unless it's like pallet size is a problem or something. It might be. If not, I might nip up there with a regular flatbed doing a bit, but...
Well, that's kind of annoying if that's the case.
Is that contract done?
What are you trying to...
Okay, only. To be honest, that contract paid for your trailer. And like I say, we got... So, we got some extra into the factory which has been used to make flour. Obviously the flour's been distributed straight to the canning factory, which is good. Which we're going to use to make noodle soup along with the eggs from our chickens.
Oh, I can pick the egg. I know I can pick eggs. What? Why am I seeing AI blocked by object?
I'll have to go and check him. Basically, I use the AI to take a tractor back to the farm, yeah, but it looks like he's got himself stuck. Because I'm obviously moving 2 tractors and the harvester back. Sometimes I just set AI to do one of the drives.
That's odd. So, whoever's modded this has modded it very, very weirdly.
Right.
Because there's no... There's no straps at all.
Okay.
But
You see, work free, he's got himself free, he's now go back to the farmyard.
But there's a hitbox.
Yeah, that is odd.
No, what I mean by the hitbox is, I don't know if you up at sawmill or whatever.
I'm not, I'm driving
The
the combine now,
power
sit down the road.
isn't within the trailer.
Okay.
It's
But it's solid.
No, there's pallets in the trailer, but even I can't jump into the trailer.
Right.
Because there's a hitbox. There's like a really, really, really strange hitbox on.
Okay. Right, so the harvester is back in the farmyard.
There's not. That's... The best way
Well,
to...
we're actually going to need much of the harvest this year, are we? Because we've got a lot of root vegetables.
It's kind of a difficult one to explain this to you.
No, I can see I'm here now.
See what I mean about the hitbox?
Yeah. So is it actually accepting those being in the trailer? No, I think the second you take a corner,
Oh,
they're
I
gonna
know.
fall off.
I know. Like, yeah, it'll fall off. But that, I need to look at the.
I think it's going to turn out to be that these trailers are particularly good ones, and we maybe need to.
Have another look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because according to this, it can take all the crop types.
When do you see crops in pallets?
You don't. That's the thing. You don't. But it can take all the pallet stuff and the wood chips and all the other stuff, but and wood chips and shit. But it's.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, if you're gonna try and not being funny, if you're gonna try and mod an auto load trailer, do it fucking right.
We were kind of spoiled though, because there was some really good ones on FS22.
Yeah.
Those ones we had on
If that was
Sri Lanka for the flower were really good, weren't they?
Yeah. Which what? Well,
But they weren't crossbred. I know.
no, because Alan was on PC at that point.
Yeah.
I need to adjust my cruise control speed.
1 and 2 on your keyboard. Oh, well, I am done with that. I am just making sure that all the greenhouses are full of water, 'cause I know we haven't done that for a little bit.
Well, if you wanna. If you want to
Yes, I skip.
skip, then I'd skip
Yeah.
it.
I don't think any of our farmland is going to be ready to harvest it, with the exception possibly of a grass field, which is already... None of our stuff's going to be ready to harvest.
No, right. If you want to skip the night, skip the night.
Yeah, we'll do. Obviously, I'll take one of the regular flatbeds and go and do this deadwood contract first thing. Unless you want to do one for a cherry with super strength, I don't think you've actually done one, have you?
I'm not. Is it raining?
I think it must just be stopping. Because it doesn't show it on the screen, but it is definitely raining.
Yeah.
Wow, so that... Literally, like, yeah, last day in game, that flour mill has made nearly 30,000 litres of flour in a day.
Christ.
It's another freaking Zalonka job on our hands, isn't it?
Quite possibly. Yeah, but isn't the flour mill automatically getting distributed?
At the moment, yeah, but once it's... Did we forget?
What?
I think we must have forgot to flood a long-grain rice field.
Why?
I'll have a look at it on the map, there's a lot of dead spots in it. The bottom of field 8.
Did it die or was it hail?
That's not hail, that looks more like... Hail, if you want to see what hail looks like, there isn't actually a field, I think, that's showing you. Hail happens in, like, clusters. In fact, if you go into soil composition and you look at the bottom of field 4, that's what hail does. You see how it's got, like, clumps that are still fully fertilised?
Soil composition. Bottom of field 4. Yeah.
And then you look at that growth, I think we must have forgot to friggin...
Yeesh.
Whoops, how bad?
Yep.
So...
That's what you get for trying to overtake you, jackass.
Alright, Happy Gilmore. You jackass!
So I need to get to the end of field... End of the field 41. Take a left up there, don't I?
It's left Albuquerque.
You're kind of lucky I'm going into... Harvest, really? I wonder if that's going to do the same with cement then, as well. I wonder if this won't be able to pick the cement up.
No idea, I'm afraid.
Yeah, there's one way to find out. I mean, it looks odd.
So I'm guessing you didn't manage to get all the stuff from the sawmill there, or you managed to make it balance?
No, it's on.
And it's not falling off? Fair enough.
Hasn't at this point. But, in consideration, I'm not exactly caning it, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't, because you're not normally one to not gain it. Have you shown that colour walk video to the society yet? Have they liked it or
Yeah. We've
good with it?
done them both.
Good.
So yeah, fine with it.
Alright, to you.
Obviously, there was a slight tweak on the second video. I changed how I slightly did something from the first video, and it worked.
What is that with that stuff you have to go and re-record anyway, or?
Yeah. Yeah, went and did that on Friday. When did that Friday?
Nice one.
That was a fucking hike.
I had to walk back up to the spot.
Yeah, I had to walk right up to the top. But
Because what kind of range does your drone have on it for like control?
well, I can get it from. I can get it from the top of there, and I can get it down Canal Foot, put it that way.
Fair enough.
I shouldn't, but I can get it. It couldn't go down the bottom. It can go down towards Canal Foot. But that's just
I was just selling the mushrooms that were at the farm, by the way.
not bad.
I've got 2 pallets of eggs I'm taking to the canning factory, so I can start the noodle soup production,
Yeah.
the flour,
Well,
and then I'm going to pick up anything that's at the canning factory and sell that.
Yeah, because you've got to do. You've got to fly VFR anyways, so
VFR.
visual flight rule.
So the same as if you were flying a plane.
Yeah, you've got to. You have to. No, if you're flying a drone, it has to be in your sight at all times.
No, it makes sense.
So you've got to fly VFR. You've got to fly it visually. If you don't see it, you've got to bring it back.
And I guess just having a screen on your controller doesn't count in that regard.
No. Oh well, that's that stuff dropped off at Temple.
That's good money. Oh wow, there's literally like a full line of stuff here.
Where?
The canning factory.
I can pick that up. Where do these wood chips go?
I'm here with the flatbed, okay?
Alright, okay. Where do wood chips go these days?
Wood chips go. Where do we sell them?
Wasn't it gold?
The animal deal is your best price, but there's a glitch on this map.
Right.
You have to transfer them into a tipper trailer to sell them.
How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
You might have to unload them from that auto-load trailer back onto pallets, and you pull a tipper alongside, and you use the R to refill.
Okay. I'll just take it. I'll go back to the farm and do it. Is there a tipper there?
Yeah, everything's there, mate. I've got the dragon, so.
Okay. Yeah, you're not supposed to exceed 400 meters, and you're not supposed to exceed 400 meters in height, and you've got to fly VFR at all times.
Keep it within your sight all the time. Yeah, it makes sense.
But people who are uneducated, shall we say, to put it politely,
Don't always do that.
don't do it. Hence why.
And that's what will give you guys who do take the time to do it properly a bad name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Because most of these new stringent more changes and that are coming in place and laws now as well.
I'm turning the grain mill to actually producing pallets because there's already 30,000 litres in the canning factory.
Okay.
And we don't use it. It's not going to use it that fast because right now eggs are going to be our limiting factor. So we might as well have the pallets
Oh,
to sell.
game, you are a fucking twat.
What's it done?
Now, We don't have a... Oh, I'm gonna have to go and fucking get the thing from the concrete stonework now, you bloody stupid trailer.
What's he done? Just dumped it on the floor as loose wood chips?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh, you piece of shit. Okay, I'm just gonna borrow this thing. Even though
Good job we've got that, innit?
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff at the sawmill, by the way.
I'll probably go up there once I've done this, to be honest with you. I was just doing the nice little run from the farm with the stuff for the factory.
Yeah.
And I thought I might as well take the stuff from the factory to its sell point.
I nearly crushed a Tesla.
No big loss there then.
But yeah, because of the uneducated idiots that decided, oh, well, let's go and fly them right in front of Heathrow. And actually fly them onto flight paths and shit like that. This is why shit's been changed. This is why things are becoming a bit more stringent.
Which to somebody like yourself who does do it within the rules probably doesn't overly mind because it doesn't make a big difference to you anyway.
I know, but it's a fucking ball ache all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because you've got, you know, you've got to be dealing with ATC. You have to give them a flight plan. You've got to give them times. You've got to, obviously, you've got to then get flight information from them for any aircraft movements.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I got away with, not got away as such, but I was lucky the day I was filming over here. I got told, I rang ATC, said, look, I'm doing UAV. My location. How long have I got before the next flight?
Mm.
And they said, well, next inbound was 2:15. I said, oh, I'll be done by then. I said, I need my, you know, I said, I'll be within the airspace, what, less than half an hour.
Yeah.
And they were right, and they were like, yep, as long as you're, well, you know, as long as you're vigilant that, you know, you've got an inbound at 2:15, and I was home by that time, and 2:15 rolled around, and yeah. And when I'd stopped, made a when I'd landed and parked up, I just rang up again and said, you know, UAV no longer in the air. You know, clear of airspace. So, you know, as long as you do it properly, you're all right.
Yeah, and pretty good to deal with as long as you deal with them professionally.
Yes. As long as you know
As
long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know what you're talking about. Like I got worried about Ulverson a little bit because it's technically under a low fly corridor. For military. I'm thinking, do I have to actually deal with the military ATC at all? And because obviously their exercises can be quite, you know.
Yeah, speaking of which, when we were going out, it was around 1 o'clock, so some big military aircraft went over us very low. Not quite sure what it was, but it was a massive dark grey.
Probably a Herc. But it would be the prop type, it would be the jet engine.
Yeah, it wasn't a prop plane, I'd have spotted if it had props.
Yeah, probably a Herc. Probably a J model.
Also, it was going over quite low.
Well, which way was it heading?
Sort of out towards the ocean, really.
Weird. Okay.
Whether it turned, obviously, from where we could see, I don't know, but when it went over us, it was sort of heading towards the prom and the ocean sort of area.
Weird. But I've had nothing over here, so. And usually they like to do a T&G here. They're going to do any training, they'll do a T&G down at that airport. And for anybody that's uneducated, touch and go. Basically, they slap it down. They'll get it down
Slap it
onto
on the runway, take off again.
Yeah. Literally slap it on, put the tyres on the runway, and full throttle, and off you fucking go. And they're impressive when they do touch and goes.
I remember talking a while ago to a guy who was doing that when they did the last Vulcan bomber flight. They did that at Manchester Airport.
What, touch and go?
Yeah, much to the dismay of Manchester's flight control, because apparently they weren't fully informed that it was going to happen.
I bet.
Everybody who was into aviation there loved him. Well, apparently the big guys in charge were not impressed.
I'm sorry, but would you fucking argue with that aircraft? It's historic.
Exactly. He was on his way to do an air show when he was passing over Manchester and decided to do a touch and go of the Manchester runway on the way through.
That'll give people at the runway.
The viewing platform or something special, wouldn't it?
Be something special. Yeah.
I still remember because I was at the air show actually did, and you could see it about half an hour before it actually got to us. Just this big lumbering beast in the sky.
The Vulcan is an impressive beast.
Oh, aye. Yeah, you could sort of see it coming for quite a while.
Last time I think I saw the Vulcan, she was flying Southport. I don't know if she's done Blackpool.
I don't know. I think the one I this was a car show a good few years ago was meant to be one of the last ones they'd ever do because they were running out of people who were actually able to fly it.
Yeah.
Because it's your old flight engineers and stuff. They're seriously getting less and less people who are actually capable of doing it.
Yeah. Please tell me, did you? Oh, I forgot to ask you. Did you watch the F1? Oh, you watched in the F1 build-up.
I saw a little bit of it, but not a huge amount.
Please tell me you saw Albon and Vowles go with the Blue Angels.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, apparently Albon was a little bit peaky afterwards.
Tell me you didn't have to go to the doctors because that gave him a fine for missing stuff.
No. But apparently Vowles was fine, but Albon was a bit peaky. Which seems weird considering that Albon also...
Albon's the one who plays around in an F1 car
for
a living.
and pulls G's.
Yeah.
But I suppose it'll be...
It's a different kind of G-force,
it'll
so
be
it
a
exists.
slightly different G-force. Yeah. Don't blame him for feeling peaky.
No, I think we'd all feel a bit rough after that one.
Especially the fucking Blue Angels. Holy crap. I thought the RAs were bad, but no, fucking Blue Angels are on another fucking level.
You know, this pickup's going to be well loaded by the time I've finished.
You're not using the green flat?
Don't think the green one's an auto load for Bale.
Oh,
I'm not sure if we can use that one. It was the other one we had been using. One of those, the red. We had a different flatbed we were using for pallets and stuff, I'm sure.
No, last time I took shit from the sawmill, I used that green flatbed that we got for bales.
What?
Oh yeah, I'd use the truck, but I have used that green flatbed. It will still lock it down.
I thought the green flatbed because it was a auto load. I didn't think would actually.
No.
Oh, it isn't. Is it? Sorry. No, we have the other one for auto loading. So I'm getting myself confused.
Yeah, we have the red Anderson, I think, for bales.
Yeah.
That green flatbed is what we were using to transport stuff around with. Let me find the... Oops, wrong thing.
Right.
There we go. Got the Valtra. I haven't driven this yet. I think you're the only one that's driven this.
Yeah, because I only bought it towards the end of last episode, didn't I? I think it was a used vehicle.
Where did you say wood chips? I'll have a look at the
Was it not the annual dealer at Goldcrest Valley? Because Goldcrest Valley, you're going to need a freaking train, which...
Can't be asked.
There is actually some more wood chips. If you got it in a tipper, it might be worth swinging up here. There's another...
Yeah, okay.
5,000 litres up here.
Yeah, I've got it in a tipper now.
But you can just pull up alongside a pallet with a tipper on. Press R, I think it is.
Yeah, and it'll...
And it will... I'll move all the pallets together at the side here for you.
What I might do is...
Made that 6 pallets of wood chips, because another one just spawned while I was studying.
I don't get why they put the fucking vehicles menu where they do.
I don't know either, that's what I don't get. It works being in the shop on the last game.
Yeah. And it kind of doesn't.
But it's like the fact they've moved the finances tab in with a few other things. It just doesn't. I think it was better on the 22. Like I say, there is that mod that probably makes it more like the 22, but I haven't tried it yet, so I can't comment whether it's any good or not.
I kind of just sold that of it all load trailer for now.
But yeah, fair enough.
The one that I just bought.
Yeah, no problem.
I actually don't know how much we got back off it. You are?
It's alright. Do one last quick check and there's no fish at the cement factory and then...
Don't come hurtling.
No, I can see you there, don't worry.
Why does it sound like... This problem is this trailer's loaded.
And it sounds like an empty flatbed he's banging about, I know.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing fresh spawned here, right? So on to the temple I go.
You got that, yeah, you did get my message overnight, didn't you?
Yeah. Also, there's quite a lot of stones to move as well at some point.
Truck, car, stop, jeep.
Hammer time. Or is it tea time?
What?
So
what?
So we give you open call. What would you have done to make the Miami race more interesting? We give you open. What will would you change? You think would have changed that? Because we said the trim was great, the race was not. What do you think could have improved this?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think what we need to do is we need to get to, and I don't know how to do it exactly, so don't take this as, try and get it away that there is not just one clear-cut strategy that's going to be the best. You know, give teams the opportunity to try 2 or 3 different things.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that's why they're trying this with Monaco.
Which could work. I'm not actually going to sort of poo-poo it completely, but...
Yeah, but Monaco is just... It's just a procession.
Monaco is one of them things. It's a legacy, and it is the jewel in the crown.
You know what they
but
should...
It's not a race anymore.
Yeah, you know what they should do? Oh, they should have done.
Well, I've told you, make it non-championship. Make it just like an
No,
event.
at Miami.
Go on.
20 Lego cars and just let them go at it.
Hello, I think
What?
the temple must be full of planks. They're not taking any more.
Ah.
So immediately I'm going to turn the plank production off at the sawmill.
Well, unfortunately, another plank has spawned long.
No, it's just these regular planks, the little pallets.
Oh, well, there's another long plank pallet spawned. Just.
Yeah, I think because at the moment in storage the temple has. Give me a second.
Not enough concrete.
32,000 litres of cement bags. It needs planks long for the next step, but it's got more than it needs. But it has 13,000 litres of planks.
Yeah.
And won't take any more. So that means it's got everything it needs in planks.
Yeah. Well, apart from long.
Well, I'm talking about planks as two separate items here.
Yeah, just normal planks. Your plank.
So the next best place to sell them is the warehouse. Okay.
Yeah, normal plank, your plank.
I'll plank you.
Is that a promise? Why have I got...
Where is the warehouse?
Why have I got...
Ah, there.
Real... I don't know why I've got real bad at bloody...
You have to finish that sentence. I can't help you otherwise.
It's like acid reflux, but I've not
Have you
had
got
spice.
some Rennies or something?
Yeah, I've not. Oh God,
There's a bottle of Gaviscon in the fridge because I don't actually get it as much anymore. But it's the mint flavoured one. But it does the job for me. I don't get it as much anymore. I used to get occasionally, especially when I lay down at night.